Welcome to our mini class today. Our theme this week is the idea of honoring both our physical human selves as well as our divine, godlike selves, if you will. The word for this in Sanskrit is purusha, the part of us that can't be lost or broken. It's immortal. But we're also in human bodies, so we have all of the challenges of being human as well. And we forget sometimes that we are divine, that we have this spark of divinity within us because we can't see it. We can't touch it, we can't taste it, and we get bogged down in being human. So today, I invite you to connect with the part that's more than human, the part that is connected to divinity. So I'll meet you on the mat, and you may want to have one block, and a blanket today. So if you want to pause the recording and get those things, and if you don't have a block, a firm cushion would do, or you can do without it, but you might find it a little easier to hold bridge with the support of a block. So that's what we're using it for. If you know that that's not necessary for you, then that's fine. And the blanket is to help to create a little bit of a back bend while lying on the ground. So it could be a rolled up mat, it could be a towel, it could be a blanket, or anything that you can sort of run along the length of your spine to get a little bit of back bend. And if you have nothing handy, then you can do it without that, without any props. So I'll see you on the mat. So I have my blanket here, and what I'm going to do with mine, you could roll it if you like. I find it's a little bit easier to have it flatter, so I make an accordion. So just do 1, 2, 3, 4 folds, and I'm going to put it so that the fringes are at my head. So this could be a towel, could be a blanket, it could be nothing if you find that that's better for you. So I'm going to keep my hips on the ground and just have the blanket along my spine. And I want to make sure that my head is supported. So if your towel is shorter or blanket is shorter than your body, you might bring your block under your head to support it. If it's longer than your body, you can always roll a little piece of it up to make a bit more of a pillow for yourself, which interferes here with my microphone. So go without. And then from there, finding a comfortable position for your legs. So I find that now that I've laid down, that my lower back feels a little bit too bent. So I'm just going to pick up my hips and kind of tuck my pelvis under a bit. And then as I bring my hips down, my lower back is a lot more lengthened and it feels very comfortable. So if you're not comfortable, make that adjustment or add a pillow or whatever you need to be comfortable. And if you just can't get comfortable, skip the blanket altogether. And then we're going to take the arms out to the sides. And you want to try to find a little bit of a feeling of stretch or opening across the shoulders. So not anything that feels like a big stretch or a pull at all. Just a feeling that you're allowing that space to be open. We so often huddle ourselves in around the heart. So inviting you to create a little bit of space here. And then you're welcome to close your eyes and tune into your breath. So as you inhale, feel the breath moving into that area around the chest and shoulders. You might feel it in the belly as well, but you can focus your attention on the upper part, around the heart. Feeling expansion as you breathe in. Exhale, softening and sinking down into the support of the ground. Breathing in to feel expansion, exhaling to feel connection to the earth. So purusha, or spirit, is expansive. It goes everywhere and is in everything. And when we feel more expanded in our bodies, we feel more peaceful, we feel more connected to spirit. When we feel contracted, generally it's a feeling of being stressed. But the earth is also a contracting energy. And our human bodies tend to contract, hold themselves together. And so there's this constant push-pull, expansion, contraction, just like the breath. I am spirit, I am earth. I am of this plane, but I'm also of another plane, the spiritual realm and the physical realm unite in my body. The bridge is my breath. Gradually, 1 or 2 full breaths here, just letting the breath come in and go as fully as comfortable. And then you can slowly lower your arms down. And then we'll take the arms and bring them across the body. Just give yourself a little hug here. Take a few breaths where you feel maybe some movement into the back part of your body. And then you can slowly release to move whatever's behind you away. You can just roll over to the side. Take that blanket or whatever you've got there, move it out of your way, and come back to lie down. So as you come to your mat, bring your arms down at your sides now. And we'll take the arms and lift them straight up overhead toward the floor behind you. And then as you exhale, you can bring your arms straight back down to the floor beside you again. So inhaling, arms lift overhead. Exhaling, arms come back down to the ground beside you. I've got my little yoga helper here now. Do a few more like that. Right, and then bringing the arms back down to your sides. You can let the hands come to rest on your belly for a moment. And we'll work with a very gentle movement with the breath, a bit of a pelvic tilt movement. So on your inhale, you're just going to relax and let the breath come in, maybe feel some movement in your belly. And then as you exhale, you're going to press into your feet, let the lower back flatten in toward the ground. Feel the belly move back toward the spine. So you're inhaling, the back will naturally arch. Feel the belly expand with your breath, and then exhale, press into your feet. Lower back lengthens. So do that a few more times. Can you lie down, sweet pea? Great, and then from there, leaving the arms down at your sides now. And we'll start to work with the bridge pose. A very insistent little yoga helper here. So with the bridge pose, you can do this with the arms down at your sides. You can also do it with the arms raising up in between each time. So I will demonstrate when I'm allowed here. Go lie down. Go on. Away you go. Go in your bed. Away you go. So from here, start with the breath in. Exhale, press down into your hips. Inhale, lift your arms up as you lift the hips up off the ground. And then exhale and come back down. There we go. That's better. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering down. And again, I mentioned if it feels better to just keep the arms down at your sides as you lift and lower and bridge, then please choose that option. Right, maybe one more here. Okay, and then coming down, you can rest there for a moment. So we're going to come up into the bridge and stay in bridge pose for a few breaths. And here the suggestion is to leave the arms down at your sides because they're going to give you a little more support. So when the arms press down into the ground, you're helping your legs to bear some of the weight of your body. So just going to see if I can wiggle a little bit of way here. So arms down, feet line up, heels underneath the knees. And then from there, take a breath in. As you exhale, press down into your feet, feel the lower back move into the ground, and then lift with an inhale, coming up into bridge. Here you can either leave the palms facing down to the ground, or if you like, you can turn the palms up toward the ceiling. And if you want a little more opening in the shoulders, and this feels comfortable enough for you, you can rock side to side and roll your shoulders under by coming onto the upper arms more than the upper back. So here's where you may appreciate having a block. So I had a block. There they are. So with your block, what you do is you take the block and let your sacrum rest on the block. So it's not on your lower back. It's not on the vertebrae of your spine, but on the sacrum, which is still part of the spine, but it's flatter and lower than the rest of your spine. Most of the rest of your spine, that is. Great, so we'll stay here for a few breaths. Feeling that deep connection to the earth. Feel your feet and arms on the ground, the back of your head and whatever else may be connected to the earth. But at the same time, that expansiveness, that lift toward the heavens, that hopefulness of connecting with spirit, opening ourselves to that possibility. Breathing into the space around the belly and the chest. If you're not using a block and you get tired, come down at any point. You can rest on the ground or come back up once you've had a little bit of a break. And if you're on a block and you want to feel the effort, you can lift up off the block until you get tired and then sink back down onto the block, take a break. So when you're ready to come out, we're going to move the block out of the way, lifting the hips first, and then slowly release down. If you've wiggled your shoulders together, you'll wiggle them apart first, down to the ground. And once you get there, bring your knees into your chest. You can hug the knees in, maybe move them forward and back a few times. Perhaps a few circles with the knees. And then just to make sure that we didn't bring any tension with the effort of the bridge pose, we'll do a little gentle twist to release the hips and the lower back. So the arms, they could be on your body, they could be out to the side, whatever is available to you. And then from there, you're going to let the knees go one way, and the head can go the other way. And then come back to the center, knees and nose together, to the center, and then knees and nose going opposite ways as you twist. The breathing is inhale to center, exhale to the sides, inhale to center, exhale to either side. As always, if coordinating your breath doesn't work with the timing that you want to move at, or it feels awkward or uncomfortable in any way, just do the movement, breathe normally. Right, eventually making your way back to the center. You can lift the hips up again, just into a little mini bridge. Come back down so you feel like your spine is back in alignment. And then bring your knees into your chest. And you can repeat the forward and back movement that we did a moment ago if that felt good to massage the back. You could try the more expanded version where you take the arms and legs away from the center and then back into the center. You'd inhale as you expand. Exhale as you contract. And we can use this idea, either this movement or the simple movement of forward and back, to tune in again to that idea of expanding into our divine nature, contracting into our human form. Expanding, our divine nature is limitless. Exhaling into our finite human form. Each breath contains that reminder: we are spirit, we are human. When you feel complete with that movement, bring your feet to the ground. You can separate the feet a little, let the knees stay connected together, so there's feeling that there's little to no effort in holding the legs here. Let your hands come to rest wherever you can feel breath. And take a few more breaths here, reminding yourself with each breath, I am human. I am subject to the challenges, to the suffering of this world through my human existence. But I'm able to also expand and to connect to something bigger and deeper and more vast than myself through spirit or purusha. Every breath I take reminds me I am human, I am spirit, I am human, I am spirit, connected to the earth and connected to the heavens. You're welcome to stay here with this mantra and meditation for as long as you'd like. I am spirit, I am human, I'm connected to the earth, I'm connected to the heavens, or any way you want to express that in your own words. So feel free to stay with that as long as you like, and whenever you feel ready to move on with your day, you'll just roll over to your side, come upright. Take a moment to honor yourself for doing the practice today. Namaste.